Okay, we'll continue. We need to find the derivative in terms of v. So again, it's the derivative of the function in terms of x and dx in terms of v. Derivative of the function in terms of y and dy in terms of v. Derivative of the function with respect to z and dz dv. We found the derivative of the function in terms of x. The derivative of the function with term of x, we say everything is a constant, so that would be y tan inverse of z, and this one would be eventually zy cosine. The derivative of this with respect to v, a constant v would be the constant. Plus, we do the second one. The derivative of this with respect to y. The derivative of this with respect to y, again, everything else is a constant, so it would be x tan inverse of z. The derivative of this with respect to y would be zx cosine. And then the derivative of this in terms of v is 0, because there is no v. Plus, the last one, the derivative of the last in terms of z, we did this a minute ago. It's the tan inverse, so 1 over z squared. Top is xy. And the second one would be the constant sine xy. And the derivative of this would be e to the uv, and the derivative of the exponent in terms of v is u. You can simplify this a little bit. I'll show you how you could simplify this. I'll just erase this here. I don't think you have to, but I'll show it to you just in case. So the first one you can't really do anything, so you just say tan inverse of z, zy cosine of xy. Now here we have a u. From here, you see you can solve for u by saying it's absolute value of the square root. So u, if you solve for u here, I'll show it to you. U would be the square root, positive, negative, so square root of y. So you just say u would be the square root of y. The 0 times anything is 0, so you don't have to worry about it. And the last term would be xy over 1 plus z squared plus sine of xy. E to the uv, that's z. And u would be the absolute value of the square root, because it could be positive or negative. The idea of simplifying, but again, I don't think you have to, is to find the final answer only in terms of y, z, and x. So no u, no v, no nothing. But I think it's acceptable to have it in terms of u and v. Okay. There's one more question for this one. And it's implicit differentiation. the question is, z is a function implicitly in terms of x, y, so it's z times ln of x plus y sine x plus z equals 0. You need to find the derivative of this dz over dx, but it's implicit. Okay, to do it implicit, first of all, if you're doing it dz dx, if you look at the first term, you have to make sure that there is a z and there is an x. So the two letters are there. Here, there is a z and there is an x. So here, we have to do the product rule. Derivative of the first one times the second, derivative of the second times the first. So derivative of the first one in terms of x would be dz over dx. So that's the derivative of the first one, times the second function, plus the derivative of the second function in terms of x. So it's a ln, so the inside goes in the bottom. Top is the derivative of the inside times the second one. So I did the product rule for this one. Plus, here we have a constant, so we only have to find the derivative of this. So constant stays. Derivative of sine is cosine. Now I need the derivative of the inside. Derivative of x is 1. The derivative of z in terms of x would be dz over dx, and everything is 0. Let's see if we can simplify this a little bit. The first one, you just say, you leave it as it is. Z times 1, so it would be z over x plus y. 1 times this would be y cosine x plus z. And this times this would be y cosine x plus z dz over dx, all equals 0. You leave the part that has a dz over dx on the left hand side. So leave this one. And the last one. Everything else take to the right hand side, so taking this would be negative, and taking this one would also be negative. Remember, this is from the step before. So taking this would also be negative y cosine x plus z. I'll take dz over dx as a common factor. I'll have the ln of x plus y and y cosine x plus z. On the other side, I have the negative z x plus y, y cosine x plus z. I'm gonna erase just to have more space. So dz over dx would be this over this. Be negative z x plus y minus y cosine of x plus z. All of this over ln of x plus y, y cosine x plus z. This is the derivative if you do it in terms of x implicitly. You also have to do the same thing, but dz dy. Let me double check that they want the dz over dy. Yeah. So I'm gonna erase final answer. You'll see it has a z and a y. It has a z and a y. So here, z times this, we have to do it in terms of y, we have to do it in plus product rule. Derivative of the first one in terms of y times the second function. Plus derivative of the second function in terms of y, so it would be go down, and the top is 1 times the first function. Derivative of the second function. Here you have product rule again. Derivative of the first one is 1 times the second function, plus the derivative of the second function times first. Derivative of the second function is x plus z. Derivative of the inside, x is a constant. Z would be dz over dy times the first function, which is y. So I did product rule here, and I did product rule here. And 0 doesn't have a derivative. Oh, the derivative of the inside. Did I do the derivative of the inside for this one? Yeah, we did the derivative of the inside. So again, anything that has dz over dy, we keep on the left-hand side. dz over dy ln x plus y. And what else? We have this one. I can put the y first, so y cosine x plus z dz over dy. So these are the ones with a dz over dy. Everything else would go to the other side. This one would be minus z x plus y. This one will go to the other side, would be minus sine x plus z. I'll take dz over dy, common factor, ln x plus y, y cosine x plus z. And here you have negative z and negative sine. Your dz over dy would be this over this, would be negative z x plus y minus sine x plus z all over ln of x plus y cosine x plus z. This is the answer for the second part. This is A. Remember question 3, D and E, if you can double check with the prof. And if he responds, tell me what his answer is, and I'll tell you what he means. I wasn't sure exactly what he's asking for. Worksheet B is the same thing, just maybe one question is different. So you should be okay. And I'm gonna talk to you later about the midterm review, but now just concentrate on this. Okay, bye now.